What is happening, guys? Cowboy here. Welcome back to the remastered walkthrough. So in the last episode, we took down the 4 kings, and now we're gonna go talk to Keith. So, first thing you want to do, get this bonfire. This is the bonfire we use to access Keith down in the abyss. Now, I'm not 100% because it has been a while since I've done this. I want to say, with the 4 kings dead, I can take off my Abyss Walker ring. Let's find out. Yes. Okay. Gotta be honest, I was a little unsure about that. But, hey, it worked out. Alright, so anyway, talk to this bro.
Greetings, undead warrior. I am the primordial serpent, Darkstalker Kath. I can guide
That's Kath.
thee
I've always called him Keith.
to illuminate the truth. The truth I shall share without sentiment. After the advent of fire, the ancient lords found the 3 souls, but your progenitor found a 4th, unique soul, the Dark Soul. Your ancestor claimed the Dark Souls and waited for fire to subside, and soon the flames did fade, and only dark remained. Thus began the Age of Men, the Age of Dark. However, Lord Gwyn trembled at the dark, clinging to his Age of Fire, and in dire fear of humans, and the Dark Lord who would one day be born amongst them. Lord Gwyn resisted the course of nature by sacrificing himself to link the fire and commanding his children to shepherd the humans. Gwyn has blurred your past to prevent the birth of the Dark Lord. I am the primordial serpent. I seek to right the wrongs of the past, to discover our true Lord. But the other serpent, Frabbed, lost his sense and befriended Lord Gwyn. Undead warrior, we stand at a crossroads. Only I know the truth about your fate. You must destroy the fading Lord Gwyn, who has coddled fire and resisted nature, and become the 4th Lord, so that you may usher in an age of dark.
So, both of these serpents are bitches and trying to use you to their own devices, but being the Lord of Dark sounds way cooler than relinking the fire. So of course you're going to tell him yes.
I shall now guide you to Gwyn's prison. Be still.
Deep throat. This serpent has had thousands of years to practice sucking dick.
This is Gwyn's prison. Now,
So at this point we're going to place the Lord Vessel. Sake of a first walkthrough, we are going to ally ourselves with Keith, as I mentioned. Want to join the Dark Raid Covenant. Path to Nido opened. Path to Seath opened. Path to Bed of Chaos opened. So you can use this like any other bonfire. I'm gonna wait. You don't have to offer up your soul right now to it. You can. It doesn't really matter. Go talk to him, he'll bring us back.
Very well. Once the vessel is filled with souls, the gate to Gwyn shall open. Seek Gravelord Nito, the Witch of Ceaseless, and the traitor, Seath the Scaleless. Fill this vessel with their souls, then the gate will open, so that you may kill Gwyn.
Second here. Now he doesn't say it, but one thing I want to point out is I just did offer up. Actually, hang on a second. I know the Four Kings give us a soul. He didn't ask us about offering that one up. I know the Four Kings. Hang on a second. Lore inconsistency here. I'm having like a brain fart. I thought you needed the Four Kings as part of them. Gwyn recognized the foresight of these four great leaders of New Londo and granted them their ranks and fragments of his Lord Soul. Blah blah blah. Oh, maybe they weren't considered a Lord Soul. Maybe I'm wrong. No, they fell to the dark. Yeah, I guess not. Huh. Anyway. Regardless, she killed the Four Kings. Go back, blah blah blah.
This vessel with their souls, then the gate will open. Then
he's gonna bring us back to the Abyss. We're gonna join the Dark Wraiths, and we'll be on our way. I could have sworn, I can't believe it. I played this game for so long, and I always thought that the Four Kings were like the primordial pygmies. Basically, that's where their soul went.
If you wish, the legendary power of the dark, it can preserve your humanity while undead and cast off the shackles placed upon your brethren.
So enter his covenant. That gives us the Dark Hand. We can get the cracked red eye orb from him, and I'm trying to remember. I know you can get the red eye orb. I thought you got it just joining. It's been so long. Oh, okay. We have to offer 10 humanity to get the red eye orb. But every time you invade somebody and kill them, you'll get humanity. Obviously, for now, we can buy cracked red eye orbs. We have 10 of them, so that's enough. And you have plenty of humanity anyway. But once you offer him 10, you will, no, I did not, no, I'm not entrusting my flesh to you. Go away. We joined the Covenant, that's all we're really looking to do. From here, we're going to warp back to Firelink. There's a couple of things we're going to want to do before we proceed forward. So, first thing, I am going to do it. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I am. We're going to go grab Beatrice's armor. Just in case folks didn't see that other episode. Now that the Four Kings are dead, go get that. Pretty easy to reach it. See right there. Now we can look like a pretty witch. Now, if you have been talking to Solaire up until now and doing all the Solaire things, you're in good shape. But to complete Solaire's quest, there's a couple things we have to do still. The first of which is donating 30 humanity. So you should have a bountiful amount of humanity by now. We need soft humanity, the humanity up top. So we're going to basically eat up twin humanities and humanities until we reach 30. You want to maintain your bonus, you're going to want to get up to 40 because this 30 count is all going to disappear momentarily. I have basically everything I really want at this point, so I'm not really worried about the extra item discovery. But now that we have 30, going up here, warping to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. And then talk, re-enter the Covenant, be in the Covenant to donate, of course. And offer humanity. We gotta do this 30 times. Fuck. Offer. Oh my god, they added that. That's new. Didn't see that the first time. Anyway, now that we've offered 30, we got Chaos Storm, Covenant's allegiance has deepened, rank has been gained. Most importantly, by doing this, a doorway will now open, and with that doorway being open, we can properly rescue Solaire. Otherwise, he will go insane. So actually, let me jump into this a little bit, because this is kind of complicated. So, full Solaire's quest, you know, he's been going all over the place, but he still hasn't found his son that he went out, not like his actual child, but, you know, he's looking for his son, his inspiration. Same way as Lord Gwyn. If you want to save him, you basically have to kill these maggots that we're going to find in a little bit. In particular, there's one known as the Sunlight Maggot. If you don't kill it, the next time we find Solaire, he's going to be kind of sad, and the time after that, he'll have gone insane, because this Sunlight Maggot will have attached to his head. And there's actually theories that in Dark Souls 3, that giant sandworm thing that we fight, that we kill with the ballista, is what Solaire eventually grew into. It's a crazy fan theory. I don't really know if I believe all that. Some people suggest using a trick with Poison Mist, but it's tricky and inconsistent, so honestly, if you want to save him guaranteed, the best thing to do is donate the humanity. On top of that, we gain access to Chaos Storm, which is a super badass pyromancy. You may remember the thing with the huge column of flames and lava that Jeremiah hit me with. That's Chaos Storm. But anyway, so do that. Also, while we're on the topic of the witch, if you want to talk to her, you need to have the old witch's ring. Now, you can get it as a starting gift. Alternatively, after we kill this Sunlight Maggot thing that would otherwise corrupt Solaire, we can trade that gift to the Crow to get the old witch's ring. The only thing it does is let us hear what Spider Waifu has to say. Other than that, there are, you know, zero gameplay implications related to it, so just something to note. But anyway, you are gonna go down this way, making our way into the Demon Ruins. As I mentioned previously, don't touch the eggy people. Don't do it. Touch the eggy people, you're gonna have a bad time. I will say that if you want to get Toxic Mist, very similar to Poison Mist, except it calls as Toxic, you will have to mess with the eggy people and get infected, turn into an egghead, and then talk to a Niggy and all that. but it's kind of a pain to do, and I already went too far, damn it. Turn back around. You can actually drop down here from the bonfire. I just always forget. I've come here so many damn times, and I still mess that up every single time. Now we're gonna kill Ceaseless Discharge. No, just run this way. And there's a couple different ways to kill him. We're gonna do what I like to call the Lion King method. It'll make a lot more sense in just a moment here. There's Ceaseless right now. He's just kind of chilling, minding his own business. Gonna go over here. Grab this, and that will aggro him. Now, we're going to start running back, but what we need to do... Oh, that hurt. We need to bait a swing out of him. So, you can just wait till he swings and then beat on his arms, very similar to kind of how the old Iron King fight went. We're actually going to run all the way back to the bonfire. Not the bonfire, but close to it, back to where the fog wall was at. See, he is following us. Oh man. Hefty lava. And now he is literally hanging over the lava, so you walk on up and you go, "Long live the king." "No, brother!" Falls down into the lava. And that's why it's the Lion King method. So with him not there, you can see a lot of the lava has now cleared. You can homeward bone or just run back. Honestly, I would suggest just running. You know, we're not exactly going far. Now we're going to be heading on down into the area that has all that lava. So there's this whole part here with those demons, and then a bunch of stuff that way. We're gonna actually knock out these demons real fast as part of this episode, and then we'll save the other demons for the next episode. So for now, head on down. I know we have souls, but remember how much it takes to level up at this point. Yeah, it's not even enough. I think I need something like 38,000. But so this area is filled with Capra and Taurus demons. If you're really that worried about them, you can of course just get your cheese on. You can hit them with poison arrows and wait till they die. Honestly, at this point in the game, these guys are chumps. I like to hit them with an arrow at least to aggro them a little bit, just because I don't want to fight all of them at the same time. But yeah, like I said, they're not exactly hard anymore. The only thing that's potentially hard about this is if you aggro all of them at once, because even an experienced player is going to be like, oh my god, I gotta fight fucking 6 Taurus demons at the same time? And that can be kind of annoying. One at a time, though, these guys are nothing, so. Even 2 at a time, they shouldn't be bad. As you can see, if they do manage to hit you, it will hurt. You know, at the end of the day, they are still a Taurus demon. But, now they all have the same telegraph move where you can usually roll in and then just boop on them. Oops. Alright, now you can see there's some shinies. We're going to be getting those shinies. Yeah, once again, if you're having trouble, 2 poison arrows is enough to kill them. Now at this point, take that all off and put on the black hemmed set that we just got. Reason we're doing this is if you look at the displays, you'll notice the fire defense on this gear 58. That compared to everything else, it's just ridiculous. So basically the point here is the set has a bunch of fire defense on it, and typically you would wait until later on, and then you would go and, you know, between the fire set, or you get a ring that lets you walk across lava, and that is what most people do. Instead, the black hem set and the flip ring, it doesn't matter, even if it's lava. See how it barely tickles us. We're able to just kind of, even going across the long portion of it, that would typically kill a player. But not black hem set and cartwheels. Especially because these cartwheels, they give you, as I mentioned, not only are you covering more distance, but you're getting more iframes. So while we're flipping through the lava, we're only getting very minor hits. And that's the Chaos Flame Ember. So now, if you had a fire weapon, you can level that bad boy up all the way to Chaos. Put back on our stuff. Where is my stuff? Alright, and we're all good. Alright, so from here, I am going to actually... I only got 3 bones. I guess I'll just run back. From here, we're going to head back onto the bonfire, and then we're going to proceed and knock out the second part of this area, which kind of begins right where you see that soul item sitting off in the distance. Bunch of enemies we're going to fight. I would suggest having poison arrows before you proceed. There are going to be some worm-type things that we're going to fight, and to be honest, if you don't have poison arrows, you're going to be in for a bad time. Either that, or you need to be a mage or something. They're not the type of enemy you really want to fight as melee. As melee, they just suck. So anyway, we're going to wrap things up here. We'll be tackling the remainder of this area in the next part, so stay tuned, and we'll see you guys then.